We are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. Tonight we've got the crew set for what should be a real treat, a great Monday night matchup, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Miami Dolphins. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. And out now come the Eagles. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Swift. Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. 2nd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Here's Mahomes to throw. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. And on this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them. Great way to get the game going.
The all-everything defensive tackle, Aaron Donald, the one who made the play there.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted. Mahomes' throw complete there to Smith.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. They'll go as a gain of 4. And 3rd and 8 now.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Mahomes to throw on 2nd down. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And Goddard going to have an Eagles 1st down as he'll get this down to the 23. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Swift will get about halfway there as he takes this from the 4 down to the 2. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
Here's where we need to see some tenacity from this defense because they've been pushed right down the field on this opening drive. They've got to find some way to push back, and that's a good 1st step.
To throw, it's Mahomes. And they're going to get to him, a sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game.
When you're this close to the goal line, you got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
Can this defense get the stop on the opening drive? Here's 3rd and goal. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A.J. Brown, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Quite the drive there to get things started. They took up the bulk of the first quarter, and they end up in the end zone.
And I love your last point. Ended up in the end zone. Because a lot of teams like those long drives, especially to keep their offense off the field, right? Keep the ball away from them. But they finished it with a touchdown. That's the exclamation point. Now, flip it over defensively. They've got to slow that down somehow, right? Maybe they need to be a little more aggressive. Maybe a few more pressures towards the quarterback.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Hill going to think better of bringing this one out, and the drive will start at the 25. Miami set to take over. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Open man downfield is Waddle. He's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
Now 2nd and 9. Here's Tua. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
We always talk about receivers. If the ball hits your hand, you're supposed to haul it in, but it is hard to adjust to a pass thrown a little bit behind you.
That one was all the momentum going forward. Couldn't contort his body back to grab it. And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. Tua sets up to pass it. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 28. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
On play action, here's Tua. Completes it to the tight end, Smythe. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down.
Nice play call, a little bit of play action right there. If you can get those linebackers to freeze for just a split second, that's usually all the room you need in order to get it to your tight end.
So 2nd and 4 from the 22. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, second down. You don't see that a ton, do you? Or the cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Well, throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
And here you're down in the red zone. You need to be smart, not force anything. So that's a wise decision to just get rid of the football.
It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9. And they need 10 yards out of it on third. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And this is going to be incomplete.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
So fourth down, Tua departs, and on is Jason Sanders and the Dolphin field goal unit. The kick by Sanders is good, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So from an offensive perspective, at least able to get on the board here right in front of the 2-minute warning.
Yeah, now it's time to talk about complementary football, isn't it? Because if the defense can force a 3 and out, there could be enough time on the clock that they can get the ball back for their offensive guys and maybe put some more points on the board before the half.
After the field goal, here comes Sanders to kick it away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their second drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Right back to Swift again on second down. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down.
First down, Eagle.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Over the middle to Smith. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that'll make it second down.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. Meanwhile, Mahomes throw here take it in as he's able to find Goddard. And Goddard going to have an Eagles first down as he'll get this down to the 41.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Mahomes now on first down. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
2nd and 10. Mahomes going to throw. is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much.
It feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't incompletions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now fourth down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Here's Jake Elliott. Career long, by the way, for him, 61 yards. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in down. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. And the Dolphins with one final possession here in this first half. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Tua. That's caught by Chosen. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be second down.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
Tua, a final shot before half. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. And he returns this to the 22. The Dolphins getting set to go back to work here in quarter number 3. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Now a 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. That's into the hands of Chosen. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st.
And it's pretty evident that this passing game has been frustrated so far. They haven't really moved the ball the way we might have expected. But this is a good pickup here for the first down.
Tua now on first down. His throw incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10. Tua to throw again. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. They overload him that time with a safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7. Oh, free safety blitz, that can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble, because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
On 2nd down, here's Mahomes. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Aaron Donald with a sack. This defense coming out after the half, and if that plays any indicator, Charles, maybe a little refreshed and refocused here for quarters 3 and 4.
Yeah, they did really well on that one. That's exactly what they need to keep doing if they want to change their fortunes in this game.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Throwing now is Mahomes. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
Now Mahomes. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. He's trying to protect his quarterback's blind side. Got nabbed for the hole.
You have one job over there. Make sure that man does not get hit. So if you have to hold occasionally, do so, because they don't catch all of them. This time they did.
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. To throw, it's Mahomes. They're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. After the turnover, it's Tua. Over the middle and complete to Waddle. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it'll be 2nd down.
the Eagles' 44-yard line.
From the gun, it's Tua. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down. He was waving his arms, wanted the football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of a story you told me from your days at Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped an open pass that you blew coverage on, what'd you say to him?
Yeah, it's really not right since I blew coverage, but since he dropped the pass, I said, well, maybe next time he'll just walk it out here and hand it to you. Would that be easier? He wasn't up there with that.
And they're able to convert on third with a solid gain of 23. Going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Tua setting up shop to throw again. Touchdown! George Kittle from 21 yards away. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying this game here in the fourth. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. Fourth quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for two, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this fourth quarter. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the fourth as the kick's away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. Philadelphia's offense ready to give us another look. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On play action, here's Tua. Connects with Kittle underneath. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and that will bring up 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
On 2nd down, Mostert. All able to avoid him. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. We often poke a little fun at running backs past the age of 30. Oh, they're getting old, they can't run anymore. What he's showing, past the age of 30, you can still have some nice runs like that.
You certainly can, and I think that we're starting to expand our definition of old running back. Because it used to be as soon as they hit 30, we want to get rid of these guys. And
he'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Micah Parsons showing off that elite athleticism as he gets the sack. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field, down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation.
Touchdown, Dolphins. George Kittle with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Dolphins have broken our tie and have taken a fourth-quarter lead.
Did you see them hold up 4 fingers at the start of the fourth quarter?
They were ready.
They were definitely ready. They may or may not have done that, but they certainly have played that way. The fourth quarter has belonged to them, and now the lead belongs to them as well.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that makes it a 17-10 score. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Taking it about the 1. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. He might take this all the way. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Eagles.
One of the most exciting plays in football, a kickoff return for a touchdown. And in all the excitement, let's not lose sight of the fact that now the pressure shifts to that snapper, holder, and kicker. This extra point is really important.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this fourth quarter. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the fourth as the kick's away. And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25. So now here come the Dolphins. And the question, can they turn that interception into points? A tie game for the moment in the fourth quarter. Tua and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now they'll send Waddle in motion left. Tua going to tap this forward on the jet sweep. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Tua going to throw. Connects with Kittle underneath. A 6-yard pass on back-to-back plays. Picks up the first.
That was a route run, not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
Here's Tua. That'll be caught by Hill.
That completion helps out in a nice way. Now they can take a little bit more time, but guess what? They've got to make sure on their throws that they see it open, not just anticipate it.
Here's 2nd down and 3. Throwing Tua. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hill. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Now Tua. Here's a handoff to Mostert running left. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Tua. On 1st down, they go with Mostert again. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. So they'll get the yardage on the run and get 15 more for good measure.
Yeah, that wasn't too difficult to spot. You heard the sideline erupting, and the flags came out almost immediately.
Here we go. 1st and goal. Mostert will get down close to the goal line, but not in, as he'll be marked down at the 1. Second and goal from the 1. They'll run with Mostert. And this time he is in. Raheem Mostert punching it in from a yard away, as his guys have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes.
And that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock and I'm thinking there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off now. On the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced a 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Patrick Mahomes in the offense. Down 24-17. A minute 12 to go. Needing to go pretty much the length of the football field as they have it 1st and 10. Mahomes will throw. And his throw is going to be incomplete. He's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Mahomes to throw it. Completes this to Jefferson. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Final minute, one timeout remaining. 1st and 10. Mahomes. That's complete to Swift out of the backfield. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26.
Oh, I know it goes against the grain here. It totally goes against it, but you've got to drop the ball in that situation. He makes a catch, but he loses yards and doesn't get out of bounds.
But they'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. Mahomes. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Probably time for 2 more shots, and ideally, they like to get the midfielder set so they have a chance at a Hail Mary on the final play.
This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long. Mahomes. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Mahomes. This to possibly force OT. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, they got the tip they were looking for but couldn't secure it. And this one's over. What a game we were treated to in this one. And then on that final play, they had a chance. They had the ball just beyond midfield for one final shot, but couldn't get it done, and they suffered the loss.
Yeah, and you mentioned how they had a chance on that final play. Getting it to midfield gave them that opportunity, hoping they could find their way to the end zone and make that miracle happen. A really good ending to an entertaining contest, though.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Dolphins are winners here as we say so long from South Florida.